teams. And here we go. First round, final match, IMCF Championships. Poland is invading the field, and the United States is keeping in a short field. There's a few probes going in. They're knocking Bobby D against the fence. Just a few tests here, nothing big. Everybody's showing caution, showing respect. Nobody wants to make a move. Everybody's being cautious against committing. Andre sends Simon in to help out on the eastern flank. Simon's throwing his pole axe down. There's a little action in the corner. Here goes Paul Frottel trying to knock down our fella in our Conquistador helmet. They're engaging. They're left and righting. Paul's up there. Paul's standing up. Here comes Andre to pull down a pole. There you go. First blood to the United States. And now the eastern flank starts to get into it. They're breaking in. The Poles are committing. The United States is committing to the eastern flank. I'm going to guess that the western flank is getting into it too. Yes, there's a big cluster on the western flank. Both teams are keeping a few numbers in reserve. The United States is more in reserve. The Poles got more people committed on the sides, but they've got more people down, so that's making the numbers even on their feet. Here comes the center, coming into the eastern flank. There are 4 guys now on the guy who came into the center. Here comes some pain coming down on Steve Schrader. Conquistador helmet has got an axe stuck in his helmet. That means that there's an American without a weapon. It could be the one who's down on the ground. And there's some pushing, there's some shoving, there's some cautiousness here. They're still cautious, they're still staying in range. That pole armsman almost got knocked down by Andre, but he was able to back out. There goes, is that Bam Bam who's punching him, trying to take on 2 guys at once? He's pinned up against the fence. Now we got Poles crashing into Americans. They've got Andre jammed up against the wall. We've got Poles backing up Americans in the wall. Andre's got him pulled down. Simon's got him knocked down. Someone knocked down Andre. Now Steve Schrader's broken down a pole. Who's left? How many are left? It looks like Poland is outnumbering the United States just a little bit at the moment. The U.S. is trying to play safe. They got their backs against the wall. There goes Andre. There goes Jay with the axe of doom. We got 3-on-3 against the fence over here. There goes Bam Bam trying to wrestle a guy to the ground. Simon wrestles a guy down, and the guy with the barbudas just knocked down an American. Oh, headbutts coming to town. Here comes the pain. We got 2 Poles knocking against an American. We got one American with an axe, still trying to bring the pain. There's a Pole without a helmet. Get him off the field. So now we got, is it 3-on-1? Is it 3-on-1? And it's 3-on-1, Poland against the United States. That's the match. That's the round. And that Pole has got a problem. Okay, let's see what's going on. Marshals are rushing in. Okay, bottom line, folks, it doesn't matter if what the marshal is telling you at the moment is wrong. You let the marshal tell him to do it, and then talk to them later. So now they're trying to lower the steam. He's trying to offer a reasoned argument. The referees are trying to tell him what the news is. Okay, what are they saying now? The one more win, something like that. Let's get one more. Okay. Well, okay, this is the home team crowd, you gotta admit. So, you've got to expect these people to cheer for their home team, okay? Let's be fair. Not everybody is going to cheer for the Americans. Let's see some slow motion action. There they're trying to bring down some pain on Paul Frottel, who's broken in and is trying to take down that particular Polish captain. He gets himself turned around with his back to the walls as the weight of the blows are crushing him down. There you see in the background, Andre gets into the action, leaps in, and pulls that particular pole down. That was the first blood of the day for the Americans. But the Poles did not panic. The Poles are damn good. Here comes a Pole trying to knock down an American guy. from behind. And here's where the Americans start committing their weight. Here comes Bam Bam, knocking left and right, and here comes a Polish reserve to take him out of the fight. So he backs up because he's not doing any good. So he's looking for another target of opportunity as everybody's looking for him. He's hoping that enough Poles will figure that he's not a threat, that he will be open to take someone down. Meanwhile, his buddies on the left flank, on the eastern flank, are in a big cluster with their Polish opponents. There you see the cluster. There Bam Bam busts into the cluster, and there comes a Pole trying to take Bam Bam down, and Bam Bam keeps his shield up. Here comes Simon, who is one of Bam Bam's buddies. No, La Flecha, the arrow, trying to take it from behind, but he winds up getting pulled down when Andre knocked those two down. Andre remains standing. There's Simon facing off against two who are trying to hurt him and convince him to sit down, but Simon's a tough boy. He doesn't go down easy just to a few blows to the armor. Now the sides pull back to be cautious. They don't want to commit their reserves until it's of the best moment. Both sides know some of their best players are in the reserves. Steve Schrader comes forward, and so drawing the reserves into the flank, drawing them into attacking him, hopefully turning their backs to the American reserve. But as you saw, Andre tried to take advantage of it. The Poles had backed up out, saw him coming, and deflected his charge. So, everybody's lined up. Everybody's ready to do it again. This is the final countdown. If Poland wins this round, they win the match. If the United States wins this round, there's one more round because both teams will have one win and they need two. Here we go. That's the western flank advancing just a short distance. The left flank and actually penetrating into Polish space, luring the Polish flank in, so they've got a 4-on-3, actually it looks like 4-on-5, with reserves keeping an eye on the left flank. The back of the left flank is keeping an eye open, trying to make sure that, looking for targets of opportunity and being ready to cover the flank of the flank. If anybody understood what I just said. Steve Schrader, Bobby D, pushing forward, hanging on to the fence there, preventing the Poles from penetrating the left, pushing them all the way back into the corner. They are stretching out the Polish line so that if those Poles on that side of the line want to commit to the other side of the line, they will have farther to run. The Americans, meanwhile, are keeping their center angled towards the right, keeping the right from going all the way forward, and the Americans have committed the center into the right, and now cluster onto the western fence. It looks like most everybody is in. There's Paul, he's one of the last ones in. There's still two in the center. There goes down a couple of people. Paul is being pushed, but he's still up. He's taking the fights. His armor is clattering off of his shoulder. He is brought down by the pole arm. And there's another Polish runner taking down an American. There's another American that's being pulled down, but he's still on his feet. He's still on his feet. He's not being taken down. There's a cluster. There's a one-on-one next to him. An American just pulled down a Pole. Let's see how many's left. A Pole has taken down another American. That guy on the black helmet is still hanging up. No, down he goes, but he took down the Pole in the funny helmet with the dreadlocks sticking out of the top. Now there's a big cluster in the corner. The Poles are on the outside of the cluster, and they're knocking in, but one of the Americans has pulled out, and he's taken out one of the Poles who is hammering in with the pole arm, but then he turns his back to a pole arm, and he's getting some pain from the back. Hammer fist, perfectly legal, so long as his other hand still has his hand on a weapon. There's the corner, and the entire left flank of the American team has gone down. So there's two Poles over there. They're taking vows. How many Americans are still up? There's still 2 Americans up, and there are 3 Poles taking the pain to them. 4, 5, here comes the Polish reserve. How long can Jay stand up to this pressure? How long can the other fellow, I'm not sure who he is, stand up to that pressure? There's 4 Poles hammering at Jay in the armor made by Craig Nadler, some of the best in the country. He's taken down one. He's knocked down one of those Poles with the Axe of Doom. There's the other American with 2 on him in the corner, cutting down the angles. They're nailing him in the leg so long. Oh, they've tripped him on the leg. There goes Jay. That means there's only 1 American left. How many Poles are left? If there's 3 or more Poles left, Poland wins. was hard fought. You cannot say that the United States did not give its all. You cannot say that the Poles were not tested to this limits. Look at them. They're sucking air on both sides. They are bowing. Are they bowing or are they about to heave? Some fans are leaving. There's always some folks who say, honey, it's time to go to dinner now. But the rest of the fans are staying. So there's some pictures of Polish beauty who are showing that both teams deserve their respect. There's not a dry eye or seat in the house here. What are they shouting now? Somebody clue me in. We thank you. That's an appropriate thing to shout to both teams. The United States for giving the challenge and Poland for winning. Poland has sent the message. This is their house. No one's going to come in and take it from them. And that was a response that deserves just a little bit of hyperbole. But I'm going to have to catch my breath. The trees are starving around here. And there's the Polish team gathering for a team photo. Gee, I hope the photographers for my documentary are getting all this. Yeah, go American Nights. There's a page on it on Facebook. It's called American Nights.